Good morning, everybody. Actually, after hearing so many times, consecrated life, I'm back again being misfit. All my life I was a misfit because I aspired to be one, but much before the half the corridor, I had to be out. Sorry, you have to tolerate me. I'm not a consecrated person. If anybody here has fallen in love, was trapped ever in love life, only you could understand me, otherwise you won't understand my story. I had a love life. I was trapped in love, passionate love. And because of that, I was all along a misfit. I grew with inferiority complex. I couldn't speak to anybody. Love story is not easy to relate to somebody, except one or two who are very close. I didn't have anybody like that. So everything inside I carried on to find my love. It took a long time. Not to know the way is the hardest part. I must tell you, at the age of 3, my father brought 2 of us. I'm one of the twins, from Cochin to his home. And I often, when he was at home, he was more in the jail and public work and things like that. I slept with him. Before sleeping, a lot of stories. One day he said, Gandhi Baba took off his coat, threw it away, and took a small lungi and a little cloth around him, put on wooden shoes, and walked and disappeared among the people. My love started here, not with Gandhi. That way of life, throwing away something and going to a new kind of life, getting lost with a new sort of people. This was only image, but passion started from there. And from there, my mind was all the time working on it. How? In 3rd class, teachers taught about Rani Lakshmibai. She took her son, bound on her back, climbed on a horse, went to the villages, got all the women together as a big force to fight against the British. I'm a stupid one also, because I thought if I get a horse, I become like that. So I dreamed. I waited for my father for 2 days. When he came, I said, Papa, I want a horse. Horse? We have never seen. That school was ours, so he knew which sir said. And when all that is said, he said, okay, you become like her, I give you a horse. That was a challenge. I didn't know how to do. But I say, if you are really passionate, if there is challenge within you, it will happen. It happened to me much later. Somebody like a father figure gave me a birthday gift. Mercy, you find a horse. That was a place where people usually used horse, and I was talking about buying a horse, going to the villages. I give you a horse, I give you the money, you find a horse. So I found Kranti, my first horse. 35 years, 5 generations of horse I moved around with. Okay, then my first communion. I was so worried why Jesus was so angry, beating up people in the temple. This was my birthday. Teacher said, you sit there. My father said that worship place was dirty because of that. But I realized that was not the truth. Jesus had really foresight. When I lived in the villages, I found the small people and the small traders. The first loot is through the traders. This is foresaw. Today we talk about corporate sector and the common people. It's the same thing. He had seen it that time. That is why that cleaning up. Then for the first communion, when we were prepared, they told, when Jesus comes first, you ask anything, that will happen. It will be given to you. I was after the communion talking to this fellow in my childish language. From the candle, all my dress and everything got burnt. Somebody saved my life. And my aunties who prepared me said, you are a proud Lord. See the twin brother. He's so simple. Nothing happened to him. It's because you are too smart, too proud. Have it. I felt like crying, but I didn't cry. My father asked me, what is it? Somebody saved your life? You didn't know that much? I said, Papa, I was telling a secret to Jesus. What was the secret? I said, I like that courage, the brave way you dealt with. You give me that quality and I will show you. That was the secret exchange. 2 years back, before the secretary, without shelter, without anything, the pouring rain and sun, 18 days when I fasted for endosulfan victims, I thought he heard what I had said that day. Show your courage. Take it. That was the day I realized. And more or less my love fulfillment also was from there. Anyway, I say a little bit more of my journey. Anyway, this love affair is there hidden. I couldn't speak. I was everywhere a misfit. Couldn't go with the others. Always behaved differently, spoke different things. So I had to be more closed. Then, as I began to read Father Damien Moloko, all this came. Where? Not sure. My aunties, one after the other, they went to the convent. Then I thought to become a sister is the answer. When I saw their life, no, this is not. All foreign forward congregation. None of them fit me. Then, towards the end of the high school, I started reading Preshvagala. I saw pictures of nuns sitting along with people under a tree, people with a little cloth, teaching them, giving injection to a man with a very little piece of cloth around him on top of a stone. It clicked. This is here. I thought I will go to the missions to become a missionary. But when I said mission, they said, you have no health, you will come back. I had my own secret way of dealing with it, facing it, preparing. I took my umbrella, put all school things into it. In the pouring rain, I used to come wet. Nothing happened. I was happy. I could face it. After my school, 1 more year I waited to test myself. During that time, I did little voluntary work in my auntie's schools. I learned a lot of things, work, making soap, making baskets, things like that, productive things, to teach people when I go there. And then I wrote to 3 places and prayed. where I got first, I went. I don't know if there is anybody from there. I went to Hazaribagh. The first day I entered, my dream shattered. My love fell into pieces. I think I came to the wrong place. I cried. I told my mistress, I never said I want to go. Once I said, but that day I said, sister, I think I have no vocation. This is not the place for me. Child, this is homesickness. We all go through it. They prepared me to go for medicine, sent me out for study. I did my BSc, came back for formation instead of medicine first sister. Once inside, I came, the same devil again. This is not the place for me. I can't be here. I was very good. I remember everything. I did everything well. All the exercise. And during prayer, meditation, church, I cried bitterly. Tears fell out my cheeks. I said, I don't know where I should be. I don't feel this is the place. I cried so much, praying, lead kindly lead. One step at his shore. Finally, during my first year of novitiate, my mistress happened to see my notebook, which was not a practice. Once she called everybody. To practice holy poverty, I had made a notebook with old calendar cut into pieces, stitched with a needle and thread, made my notebook, wrote not what she taught. I had a discussion with Jesus for every lesson, how I am going to practice, how I am going to live. I wrote that. I was very afraid to show my notebook. Afterwards, my mistress told me, child, you are very special. You are ahead of time, but you will suffer a lot. One day you will be guiding me. It didn't give me any joy, but lifted me a little bit. I'm not so bad, I thought. Anyway, I lived for some more time because of my tears. My mother, provincial, one day saw me crying bitterly in the chapel. She said, called me, child, how are you? Mother, I'm okay, but I'm not fully okay. I made one point, till my profession, I will go on like this. If I don't feel okay, I will not take course. No, you can't go on like this. I saw you crying. Suppose you break down one day. Who is responsible? I booked your ticket, you go home. I said, Mother, I don't want to go home. Then what? Earlier once, on my first Christmas day, midnight, before Mass, silently taking off my shoes, I went to my mistress, knocked. I said, Sister, I want to go now. I can't stay in bed. I cannot be inside. Why? Where do you want to go? That time more than hundreds of people were sitting out, walking miles and miles to have one celebration. Sitting with the fire, with that bundle of clothes. Something was pushing me to them. I said, I want to go and sit with them. Tomorrow morning I will go to their village. Maybe I will find my vocation. She said, go to sleep now. Go tomorrow. I didn't have the courage because always they said it is temptation, temptation. But when Mother said, I said, send me to one of your mission stations. I had heard about the Grihini school beginning, Gole, the tribal center. I hadn't seen any of their houses. I said, send me there. I said, Mari, I will work Maybe I find my vocation there. No, you can't be that. God has given, so I was good in many things, creative things, a lot of things. God has given you many things. You go home, become a doctor, you can serve people. But I don't want. Finally, they discussed together, send me to one of their mission stations to teach science. From there till today, I'm searching. I am looking for every moment. Where is the Lord's call? I did my schoolwork very well, made a good laboratory, good result, but within me still this is not the place. I made a journey through Bible. Much before I did the law, I had studied Constitution thoroughly. Bible and this two side by side. A journey through the Bible told me from the beginning there had been fight, injustice, looting, no good relationship. God sends one of the other prophets. Finally, they decided one of us had to go. And the son says, Baba, I will go. Hey, you don't go there like God. You become like one of them. And Spirit said, Baba, I will go with him. I saw this as the Christmas. From that day till today, no material Christmas for me. Christmas means fusion of divinity with humanity, becoming zero, shunyana. I took that message. I thought I already found one thing to begin with, become the smallest and merge with the people, immerse. Again, as I read about his way, going to the smallest people, option for the nobodies in the society. All that attracted me. But again, he also, I think, didn't know like me what to do. He listened to what people talked to the father, mother. He was distracted. He didn't know. To make sure he went alone to pray. Then he comes back with all the strength and energy in him, say, he shouts. He tells the people in the temple what Isaiah had said. Luke 4:16 to 21. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me. He has anointed me to bring good news. What is good news? Not chapati and not this hallelujah and all that. To release the oppressed. To free people from the oppression. To give sight. Not only physical eye, bodhodaya. Along with that, the same thing I saw, the first words of our holy book of our country. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, belief, faith, worship, and expression, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, sahodari, assuring the dignity of the individual, very important, dignity, and unity and integrity of the nation in our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, enact, adopt, and give to ourselves this Constitution. I was happy much before I did law. I did this and I got stuck with these two things, very clear for me. Afterwards, so again, the way of Jesus healing stays with me. There I was clear what my goal should be. I left my schoolwork. Of course, in between, my mother gave me another chance. She said, everybody is saying you are very good, you are doing good work, you are good with the tribal people there, so gave me another chance. You come right to the convent, if you like. I had no other way. I went to the community. I couldn't stay long. The people took with their drum and celebrated my entry back to the convent. After a few days, I can't be here. Started fainting, different kind of psychosomatic symptoms. Again, I had to be out. Then mostly I went on with calamities, drought, flood, things like that. To prepare myself, I did homeo, nursing. When I finished nursing, now where? Then Bangladesh refugees coming to India. I wrote to Calcutta Archbishop, I'm ready to volunteer 1 year or more. Come immediately. I went. It was just before I left, war started. Everybody told, I went home to say goodbye. I was doing my nursing in Kerala. Everybody said, war started, don't send her. I'm so grateful I had such a wonderful family and parents. They said, we are not sending, she's going. If we stop her, that can come here also. We will never forget. But if we go, she was there and we may cry. We will be proud. Literally, sir, I went for some time, worked in the refugee camp. Then towards the end of the camp, I volunteered to work in a war-torn country. Just that breaking period. One day people were singing a happy birthday to me. Few people remaining. Next day I had to leave on a truckload together with the refugees and hear happy birthday. John F. Kennedy's youngest brother, Ted Kennedy, comes to the refugee camp. Whose birthday? Our best volunteer. What do you plan to do? I go to work in a war-torn country, have that experience. I come back to do MSW because I want that professional knowledge. He took my address. He wrote a letter, gave an address in American Embassy in Delhi. Said, if you want to do MSW, come to US. I'm sponsoring you. This is my birthday gift. It was his birthday also. I wrote back saying, I want to come back in a very small tribal area, poorest place, work there, and this American course may not help me. Came back. After working about 2 years in Bangladesh to do MSW in Bombay, with all this hope, with this MSW, I go back to a tribal village, do wonderful things, miracle, magic. So disappointed. 75 people of India is in the rural area, and this course had nothing to do with rural. American syllabus, Bombay City fieldwork. I wanted to leave. They said, no, you stay. You have wonderful experience. Some of the professors who lived in America did PhD and work. They took even my assignments. Mercy, can I use it for teaching? It didn't do any good to me. I said, no, I can't. Anyway, I completed 1 year, left. Like my congregation, my college is also wonderful, I say. They changed the whole curriculum, rural fieldwork, tribal, indigenous social work, lot of elective subjects to meet the needs of the time. I came back in the 7th year to do my 2nd year. They told me, you go anywhere. I chose Chindwara, the bones almost head place, the numerically richest people go and try. There, meantime, I also did LLB. With all this, I had a diploma from Vienna in environment. I started working there. In a little corner, they allowed me to stay. They don't allow you to enter into their house. For 5 rupees, I worked for them, started my life there. Sometimes panchayat and forest also I worked. Through this work, contact with people, I begin to see what is needed. There was nothing of the development what I call. It was UNICEF and all this World Bank help was there for development. Not even drinking water, we drank water from the streams. No electricity, transformer is there. No school. And with the IAS professionals, when I worked, they said, we have school everywhere. I didn't see school in many places. All this, God is so wonderful, making me openings to enter into my action. Through this, I started together with collector, first a school, then with the bigger people, legal literacy. Much before Justice Bhagwati started paralegal work, I had no name. I had paralegal work. I started with the legal literacy, going from village to village with my pony, doing theatre, to teach them how to write a FIR, what to do with the police, what to do with the land dispute, self-living problems, doing all kinds of things. I did law mainly to help people not to go to the court. I was doing it wonderful, and I got recognition when Justice Bhagwati started paralegal work. I'm happy, and mostly human rights issues I got saturated. One place where they said, we don't want a school. When UNICEF started, I started teaching there. In 4 years, without a building, without a curriculum, without textbook. 3 years, no textbook. Only 4th year I had a textbook. We made the people to go for 5th standard board exam. Came out with a good result, lot of opposition, murder of a village person. Because we had also started self-help group with the women, economic independence, education. These 2 things to help them free. Anyway, all this opened up ways for me. When I got saturated through some 22 barefoot teachers, I started schools in different places. Now there is school in every village, every 3 kilometers there is a middle school, and I felt I don't need now. When my father dies, I was given some money because I never took anything from Papa, I said I don't need it. They gave me some money, and I thought 16 years I lived with them. But I became everything like the tribal. Dress, language, speaking, way of life. But I didn't become a farmer. So I bought some land. I had to move from that village, since it was a tribal village where I'm living now. I started my life with farming. Initially, farming, something new. But for me, today, it's a clear answer to a response to the cry of the Mother Earth, to the problem we face with the environment. It is more than 10 F's, I don't go into details. And nurturing the Mother Earth, keeping the traditional crop, which now UN also has accepted, the millets, best for health, best for the Dhartima. I'm at that point. Then it happened that somebody called me to inaugurate a program for endosulfan. I said, no, I don't come for inaugurate. Let me move around and see. I went there, visited some homes, heard the people, saw the pathetic situation, couldn't believe this is part of India, Kerala, God's own country, thousands and thousands of people. No meaning of Article 21, right to life with dignity. Like dead bodies, they live in their houses. Some can't express, some can't open their mouths. Women looking after 1 or 2, 3 children just to leave them alive. So I decided, now my work is not much needed in Madhya Pradesh. I go there, but I'm more with this. After last 18 days, hunger strike, got lot of writings from ministers. Nothing much happened. We start giving therapy. Now many things have to be done. I'm there. I don't have a space yet. I like to bring some of my kids. I'm now mother of over 10,000 children. This is the love fulfillment. I became mother of 7 children. I like to bring some of them before you.